For more than a century, places like this have been the undisputed centers of global capital. We tend to think of the people operating within these systems as perfectly rational actors. The assumption is that if you give someone enough spreadsheets, balance sheets, and raw data, they will make logical, mathematically sound choices. But that assumption ignores a critical biological reality. The human brain was never optimized to process complex financial derivatives or calculate compound interest. It was designed to survive here, the high-stakes, physically unforgiving world of our early ancestors. So if we want to understand the seemingly irrational chaos of modern markets, we have to put down the economic textbooks and look closely at evolutionary biology. Biologists have a term for how animals make choices under pressure: risk-sensitive foraging. In the ancient world, if an early human was close to starving, playing it safe was a guaranteed death sentence. To survive the night, they were biologically forced to take massive physical risks, like attempting to steal food from a predator. Most of us don't face literal predators today, but we do face a modern equivalent: everyday economic insecurity. When people struggle to pay rent or see their savings dwindle, that same ancient calorie deficit alarm rings loud and clear inside the brain. That physiological alarm easily overrides logic. It pushes individuals who are feeling financially vulnerable away from safe, reliable savings deposits and drives them to gamble on highly speculative assets. The urge to gamble isn't exclusively about immediate threats either. It is deeply tied to ancient social structures, specifically where you happen to fall in your family hierarchy. Historically, the firstborn enjoyed a clear advantage. Their survival strategy was straightforward: play it safe and protect the status quo. Later-borns entered a world where resources were claimed. To survive, they had to be dynamic, taking risks simply to capture attention and food. We can track those exact ancestral strategies in modern market data. Individuals born later in their families consistently show a higher statistical probability of taking massive, speculative leaps with their money. That means the risk profile of your retirement portfolio might be dictated less by your conscious financial goals and more by whether you had older siblings. Then there is the most powerful evolutionary mechanism of all: the herd instinct. Picture the ancestral savanna. If your tribe suddenly sprints away from the tree line, stopping to logically calculate the threat usually meant you were eaten. In that environment, running in the opposite direction of your peers guaranteed absolute isolation, ensuring you were quickly removed from the gene pool. This chart shows how that tribal sprint translates to market behavior. When a bubble forms, capital rushes in together. The herd accelerates straight up the curve, precisely at maximum risk. This is why contrarian investing, selling off your positions while everyone around you is aggressively buying, is so difficult. It triggers profound physiological fear because to your brain, it mimics ancestral isolation. Putting your life savings into an overvalued asset at the peak of a dangerous bubble actually feels incredibly safe. It successfully satisfies our deepest physiological need to stay with the surviving group. Our most complex financial behaviors are driven by raw human nature. The numbers in our bank accounts are subject to the same biological laws as our ancestors. Feeling economically insecure, rebelling against social structures, or watching a crowd surge toward a trending stock, these are the modern stimuli that wake up the dormant hunter-gatherer in our minds. So the next time you feel an overwhelming, urgent need to either panic sell everything or gamble on a speculative asset, stop. Take a deliberate, conscious pause. That internal voice screaming at you to take extreme financial action is almost certainly not market intuition. It is simply your inner ancestor trying to keep you alive, and conscious awareness is the only way to silence it.